Welcome to our conference. Allow me to introduce Mr. Michael Towns. He comes from a very successful career as a senior manager for a Fortune 500 telecom company. With all his success in corporate America and our industry, he remains humble. He loves having fun, and what I like most is he is here today not only to inform us, but to help transform us into the best version of ourselves. Meet one of Syona's founding partners, Mr. Michael Towns.
Good evening. How is everyone doing? Welcome in. Let me first congratulate you. Apparently, one of our founding partners or someone invited you to see this conference, and I'm super excited to share what it's all about. Allow me to just digress a moment and give a little bit of information about me so I'm just not a complete stranger. Again, my name is Mr. Michael Towns, and I don't know, more than 30 some years ago, I was a senior manager. I worked for a large telecommunications company in Dallas, Texas. And then one day, I had to lay a guy off who worked for me. His wife was expecting, and I had to lay this guy off without a severance package. Now, the VP who I reported to just said, "Hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles." And I thought, well, if I had to lay that guy off, what could happen to me? And that was literally the day that I became an entrepreneur and I decided that I want to do something so that I would not be in that same situation. So allow me to just tell you a little bit about our company. And one of the reasons that I actually got involved with our business called Syona, I once heard once upon a time that we don't rise to the level of our ambition, but we rise to the ambition of the people around us. And I don't know, probably for more than a decade, I was around the founders of our company now, Syona. That is our CEO at the top of the screen there, Mrs. Becky Purcell. And again, the other co-founder, Mr. Angel Olvera. When I look at these individuals, see, they're what I call a tour guide. Travel agents, they tell you where to go, they suggest various places, but they've never been there. A tour guide is someone who's been there and done that. And what I love about Mr. Angel Olvera, along with Miss Becky Purcell, they have made literally multiple millions, and I do mean millions of dollars doing the same type of business that I'm sharing with you right now. As a matter of fact, I used to be in business with them. And our leadership team, you look at all the combined number of years of experience, we're talking about a very dynamic leadership team. We're talking about what, more than 50 years of combined experience. And when you talk about the business being rock solid, it's definitely rock solid. As a matter of fact, when you think about who's really pushing you right now, who's really giving you the influence to win? Well, that's exactly why I joined and partnered with this company called Syona, because our CEO, Mrs. Becky Purcell, and Mr. Angel Avera, rather, that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to become the greatest version of yourself, and that's exactly why we want you to see this. In fact, we have some very core values that are indicating this. When you look at Syona and what it means a ray of light. And what that simply means is that God gave everyone some gift. Everyone has some type of purpose. Everyone actually has some type of fruit that was meant to be shared. And with Sayana, what we decided is that what this person brings to the table, along with what that brings to the table, we decided that we could share our gifts with people and we could make a big world of difference. In fact, We believe in equal values. So there's no big I's and little U's. We believe that everyone is equal. And just as the good book says, it says to prosper and be in good health. That's exactly what we're trying to do in Syona. We want you to prosper. In other words, we want you to be successful, but we also want you to be in good health. And that's why we have some wellness products that I'm going to talk about in a moment. And we have a very natural, holistic approach toward wellness. We believe in expansive growth. In fact, although we are a US based company, our company originated in Mexico about 3 years ago. We just opened up the US marketplace about 12 months ago. So the US is not only ground floor, it's what I call the basement. So you're catching it at exactly the right time. And one thing that we believe is you should enjoy what you're doing. So we have what we call unapologetic fun. That's one of our major core values, and we believe you should have fun in doing what you're doing. So when we look at our products, we have what we call four pillars of Syona. See, not only do we have physical wellness, but we also have mental wellness. And in fact, we have a guru, we have an expert accompany with us. Have you ever heard of Mr. Tony Horton? Maybe you heard of P90X. Oh, yeah, he's involved. And then, of course, we want you to have the financial wellness. And then we want you to have what we call personal development, or what some term as self wellness. And we have a guru for that. Certainly, you all have heard of Mr. John Maxwell. Oh, yeah. Mr. John Maxwell's material is involved because even if you get healthy, even if you're making all the money that you want, you have all the free time, but you don't get along with your spouse, but you don't get along with your next door neighbor. Heck, you don't even get along with your children. We want you to learn how to be the greatest version of yourself, and we want you to develop what we call leadership or character skills. All that's involved with Syona. But I want to talk about these products for a moment. And what I love about our products, we're combining the best of nature and the best of science. Our products were actually formulated in an FDA laboratory and then brought to a medical grade. And I joke often and I say, it's amazing. I recently turned 59. Hey, because of these products, I can do things at 59 that I could not do at 29. Just imagine if you could age gracefully. What would life be like? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you a short video. And what I love about the video really explains in about 2 minutes exactly what these products do. Then I'm going to come right back with you. All right? Stand by.
Siona's products are born from the profound study of the link between brain and gut health, which is the very foundation of our overall well-being. Siona's products also aid in liver function. They boost energy and much, much more. When faced with overwhelming issues like anxiety, depression, digestive issues, or brain fog, it's about addressing the root causes with natural solutions. We've returned to our roots, realizing that our bodies possess the innate ability to heal themselves with the right natural fuel, essentially going back to what our ancestors already knew. Today, whether you're 5 or 95, living on a farm or in a city, Syona brings the benefits of natural medicine directly to you. With its 3 flagship synergistic products, each individually designed to equip your body with the tools it needs to balance and improve your overall health. Drive is a nootropic and prebiotic blend that provides mental acuity and clean energy. This formula stimulates the bacteria that your gut needs, promoting a healthier system from the very beginning of digestion. Say goodbye to bloating and fatigue and hello to a more energetic feel. ProBio is a probiotic powerhouse with a built-in liver and kidney cleanse, restoring internal balance with 15 billion active cultures in 6 probiotic strains. ProBio provides incredible organ and immunity supports. Vital, a nitric oxide booster, enhances the absorption of drive and ProBio, promoting better circulation of nutrients, blood, and oxygen throughout your body. With no artificial sweeteners and enriched with B3 and B12, Vital supports cognitive function, cardiovascular health, and about every system in your body. Syona. Focus on what you do best. We'll do the rest.
You know, these products just super excite me. Every time I see this video, I get excited all over again because the drive, oh my goodness, I can't tell you. I have so much better focus and better memory. I mean, this drive is actually something that helps to raise your immune system, right? It actually fights off free radical damage. And then it's not a weight loss product. However, some people, in fact, several people have said that the drive has actually helped them to transform their bodies. And then when we look at the probio, we talk about balancing the brain and the gut with the brain that's in the head. In fact, have you ever eat something and you felt like, you know what? When I get in, I'm not doing anything. That's because it triggered something in your gut that affected your brain and you didn't want to do anything. What I love about ProBio also is that it actually removes the bloating. So normally, or we've had several females to love this product, but also a lot of guys have used this product and loved it. And then the Vital, one of my absolute favorites, because Vital, it has B12 in it. Let me tell you, this increases the nitric oxide inside of your body. Everybody already has nitric oxide. That means you have more blood flow and more oxygen going to literally every cell and every system within the human body. I could talk about these products forever, but let me share something with you. You see that guy all the way to the far left? That was a guy that I used to be when I first met our CEO and founder, Mrs. Becky Brissell, along with Mr. Angel Vera. I actually lost my mom probably about 4 years ago. And that's when I decided I wanted to transform my body. I began transforming my body, and I went from the guy that you see to the far left all the way to the guy you see on the right there. That happened within about 4.5 to 5 months ago. I'm sorry, it happened about 4 to 5 years ago, but it only took me about 4 to 5 months to transition my body. And I decided that, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody that I know about what these products do. Because, see, I'm someone that used to have high blood pressure. I'm someone that used to actually have gout, not to mention I used to be type 2 diabetic. And these products actually address all of that. In fact, you see my other founding partner, Mr. Steve Pineda, to the far right, we actually both began transitioning our bodies about 4 to 5 years ago. And within about the same time span, 4 to 5 months, we'll transition our bodies. So these products at the right time, as I said a moment ago, I can do things now because of these products in Syona. I can do things at age 59 that I was unable to do at age 29. And I could go on and on about the products. But I want to talk to you about how you can actually partner with our business Syona. Now, one of the things that I really love that Mrs. Becky Burcell and Mr. Angel Rivera did, they created 4 different ways in which you can partner with our business. Now, some people say, well, I'm not into selling things, I'm not a very talkative person. Well, that's fantastic because you can join, and again, three other ways where you don't have to sell anything per se. You don't have to necessarily talk to anybody. You don't have to develop anything. Let me talk about each of these four ways and start to the far left in what we call e-commerce. In other words, maybe you already have some type of storefront or you have some type of online business or whatnot. Guess what? You don't have to do any kind of accounts payable. You don't have to do any type of accounts receivable. You don't have to do any kind of tracking of your business. All the management of Syona as a business is done for you. This is like owning a Subway franchise, and all you have to do is serve the people that are coming in and buy a sandwich. Well, that's what you have here with e-commerce. You more or less have a business within inside a box. You'll just get a website link from our marketing department. Whoever invites you to this conference can tell you how to do that. And people can actually shop until they drop. And the great thing is you're earning what's termed as residual passive income. You're doing something one time, but you're getting paid on it over and over and over again all the time. Okay? That's e-commerce. Or maybe you own some type of spa. I mean, maybe you're already a medical doctor. Maybe you own some kind of beauty salon. Maybe you're a barber or you own a hair salon. Well, guess what? You can do the same thing. As a professional affiliate, you get a chance to get our products in bulk. You can set your own margins. How about that? And then you can place our products right there in your storefront with your other products, or you can get a link from a marketing department rather, and people again, they can go there and get anything they want. They can buy any of the products that you previously saw, and you will earn passive residual income. Then you can get started as a social affiliate. Maybe you already have 10,000 of followers on social media. That could be Facebook or X, what used to be called Twitter. That could be TikTok, could be LinkedIn. You could get started as a social affiliate. You can post our website, a link to the website on social media, and once again, you get a chance to earn residual passive income. You don't have to come to any meetings. You don't have to get on Zooms like you may be on right now. And every time someone buys something just off of that link, you get a chance to earn passive residual income. In fact, you get a chance to earn 15%. How great is that? But the best way, I believe, it's just my personal conviction, to partner with our company, Syona, is as a brand affiliate. Why do I say that? See, as a brand affiliate, you get a chance to take advantage of all the other three ways I just talked about. Meaning you could get other people involved by way of e-commerce. Maybe you already know someone that owns a spa, a salon, maybe they're a doctor. You can get a professional affiliates involved. You can get social affiliates involved. In other words, you can get other brand affiliates involved, and then you get a chance to earn a percentage from everything that they're doing. In other words, I heard a very famous billionaire actually say at the turn of the century, I think his name was J. Paul Getty. He said he'd rather get paid 1% of 100 people's efforts as opposed to get 100% of his own efforts. That's what you get to do as a brand affiliate. Now, to get started as a brand affiliate, you can get started on our smaller starter pack, which is only $320, or you can get started on our premium pack, which is very commonly the pack most people get started on. It's only $499. But then you can also get started on our Pro Pack. You may be the kind of person saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to run out of these products. I want to have products to use, and then I want to have products to share with other people. Well, guess what? The Pro Package for you is still only $699. But watch what happens. First of all, you get a chance as a brand affiliate. You have an opportunity to get paid on the 8 ways that you see on the screen. But in the interest of time, I'm going to talk about the top 4. First, I want to talk about our system. Now, a lot of people look at this and say it's network marketing. Well, we tend to call it go for 4. And that simply means that you have 4 trio pack customers on the product. Perhaps you know someone that's having something going on with their health. Maybe someone that could be someone in your own household, right? We want to get 4 customers and then get 4 other people involved with the business as a brand affiliate. We term that go for 4. And just doing that, you're going to level up to a position called bronze. You're going to earn over $800. But then, if you help 4 people to do the same thing, the 4x4, meaning they have 4 trio pack customers and 4 brand affiliates, you're going to level up to either a silver or gold position. Either way it goes, you're going to earn $3,000. Imagine that. And then when you look at the next level, oh my goodness, if you just help 4 more people to do the 4 trio pack customers and 4 brand affiliates, you will end up at either a platinum position or one of our diamond positions. Either way it goes, you're going to earn over $13,000. Let me give you a graphical display of how this looks. Let's just say you had 4 trio pack customers, and then you had 4 people to get started as brand affiliates. Well, that's our 4x4. And just doing that 4x4, you can get a $500 bonus. But along the way, you're going to reach a minimum position called bronze. And with that, again, you're going to earn in excess of $800. How can it be in excess of 800? Based on the starter pack one gets involved with. In fact, listen, we have something called Cash Before Christmas. That actually started on December 3rd and it ends on the 16th. So you want to get on this immediately, like today, okay? But the way the Cash Before Christmas works, the number or the amount of the sponsor bonus, meaning if 2 people join Syona as brand affiliates, you get 2 times the normal sponsor bonus. But as many as 5 people get started as brand affiliates, you will earn 5 times the amount of the normal starter bonus. And keep in mind, you get all of the cash flow that I previously spoken of. In fact, we have something called a rising leader bonus. Anyone that joins Sana September 1st or later, this goes through December the 30th. And look at the rank bonuses there. If you were to reach the bronze level, you'll earn an additional $500 bonus. But just as an example, if you reached the gold level, look at the screen real fast. That would mean you would earn the $1,000 bonus plus the $50 bonus at silver, and you will earn the bronze bonus of $500. You will earn all three of those bonuses concurrently, and you will earn all of the cash flow that I previously just talked about. In fact, look at the screen real fast. The rising leader bonuses total up to $23,000. You can take advantage of that until the 30th of December. I know someone's wondering, how does that happen? Well, A, B, and C. As simple as A, B, and C. A, you're going to first get your customers. That could be someone you know. They just told you they were recently diagnosed with something. You may know someone that's talking to you all the time saying they just need more energy. It seems like after 12 o'clock, every day just can't wait to get home because they're so tired. Or you may know someone that's beginning to age, but they don't want to feel the impact of aging. Get those people as customers. That's A. B is you want to schedule a virtual meeting, just like you're watching right now. You can schedule your own virtual Zoom, and you have a founding partner, such as myself or someone else. They'll do about a 30-minute explanation of just what you're saying right now. Okay? And you can actually get people involved. How great is that? And then C, of course, you want to attend the next event. This is a large event. At an event of that size, you're going to hear from our CEO, Mrs. Becky Bissell, and also co-founder, Mr. Angel Vera. You want to attend the next event. But do me a favor, let whomever invited you to this conference, let them know your level of interest. Let them know if you're one, you're ready to get started. You definitely have a kid that's going to college. I mean, you're at an age where you want to work from home. You just, I mean, God forbid, maybe you've been downsized. The economy is changing so much. You're definitely one. You're looking for something to do. Let the person know who invites you to this conference. Let them know your level of interest is a one. Or you may also be ready, but you have some questions. Maybe you want to know a little bit more about how those starter packs work. Maybe you've been in something like this prior before. In fact, my mentor once told me, Michael, you know what? There's what if, and then there's even if. He told me, Michael, see, an even if person is a person that says, well, sure, I have some competing priorities going on right now, but even with that, I'm still going to get involved because this just looks like a major game changer. Even if right now I've been in something like this before, I'm still going to get involved because I can't give up. I can't surrender. No weapon formed against me is going to prosper. If you're an even if, we can get your questions answered. Let the person know who invites you to this conference, your level of interest. Let them know you're definitely a two. Or maybe your level of interest is three. You definitely want to be a customer. Maybe you're starting to age a little bit. Maybe you just recently got diagnosed with something, or you could be like me. As I said, I recently turned 59, but I feel 29 because of what these products do. Let the person know who invites you on your level of interest is a three, and you definitely want to take advantage of the cash before Christmas. Listen, that check is guaranteed to be paid out before or by December 25th. But the cash before Christmas bonus ends on December 16th. Let the person know who invites you on what your level of interest is, one, two, or three. I certainly look forward to working with you. God bless you and definitely enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.